Sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Winston. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. Now Wentz. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. The tackle made by Eric Murray.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wentz going to throw.
He'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 29.
Take off your helmet and give me a kick.
Bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris, and they're able to bring him down at the 20.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Off the play fake, Winston.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Caught left side by Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run with Harris. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They're going for it. This is Harris. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Najee Harris, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Catch made by Slayton. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. Breaks it, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Etienne.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
127 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall.
And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On play action, Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They fake the give. Now Wentz. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston now from the 50. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Wentz now on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw there taken in by Smith.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Wentz's throw taken in by Slayton.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Able to get there and pick it.
And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Taken right around the 44.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now a give, running left is Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Cook.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.